you need to enroll in Love You, because there's 100 things that you're probably doing inadvertently, and one of them is sending a nice text the next day. No. Be a great date. You don't need to send anybody a nice text the next day. The text the next day is the nudge to say, hey, ask me out again. You don't need to, because you're the CEO. He has to worry whether he did good enough on the date to get a date. You don't have to remind him. Hey, this is Evan Mark Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women. Thank you for joining me here on this special Love You podcast. Today, we do a little one-on-one coaching with a reader who subscribes to the Love Splaining Substack. If you're not on my Substack, go to evanmarkatz.com/Substack. Sign up for free. And if you want to do any of the coaching stuff, that's a paid subscription, but don't worry about that right now. If you are a regular listener and you enjoy this podcast, please go to Apple, leave us a positive review. I read them. It makes a difference in the algorithm. Tell a friend. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell, get notified when new content comes out. And without further ado, I want to talk to my friend, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
The way we do these things is just to give whoever's listening a little background information on you. We could just begin with your name and your age and what you do. So we get a little bio on you, and then we'll get into your question, and hopefully I could leave you in a better place than I found you.
I'm Sarah. I'm 64. I live in Wisconsin. I'm an IT professional. I've been doing that about 30 years. So long career doing that. I live in Wisconsin now. I grew up in Michigan, but have lived in 6 states as an adult. I left Michigan and visit relatives there, but haven't moved back there since.
Okay. And does this moving have to do with your dating question?
Not really.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, sometimes I've dated in every state that I've lived in. So
all right. Have you been married before?
No, never married, no children.
Okay.
Part of that is because I didn't come out as straight until I was 50. So I had
come out as straight. You were
lesbian. No, I wasn't closeted.
Explain this to me. I'll assume I know nothing because I know nothing. And again, is this relevant to your dating question?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a little bit. So I came out as a lesbian when I was 16 in high school, had my first girlfriend. She cheated on me, which has not happened since then. So I've only had one person ever cheat on me. And it was that first, high school into college kind of love of my life. Didn't turn out that way. I've had several, I'd say 3 or 4 long-term relationships in the 3 to 5 year range, and one real long relationship of 10 years with the woman who's now my best friend and has been for the past 15 years. It was a great relationship. We got along really well. We were able to solve problems and get through things together, hard times, good times. The only thing is she's asexual, and that didn't work for me. I tried for a long time. That didn't work. So we ended up breaking up peacefully, amicably, best friends.
Okay. So let's get to present day. What brings you here today, and how could I help you?
I have been on I was giving it a rough estimate, 300 to 400 first dates, first meet and greets via online dating. So I got that part down. I can contact people on men on online dating sites. I can switched over to text. I'm very comfortable having a phone call, and then typically meeting for coffee or a drink. Sometimes dinner. I don't like to do a Saturday night dinner as a first meet and greet because it's pretty clear upon first meeting whether I feel as though there's a slight amount of attraction, a medium amount, or a large amount. And that's not based primarily on physical attraction. That's based on, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to figure out where your question's going.
Oh, okay. Would you like the question now?
Yes, that's what we're here for. We could have a lot of preamble, but I want to be able to answer your question, and unless it's about Saturday night first dates. Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, I have heard / tend to believe that my goal on a first date is to get to a second date. Or first goal on a first meet and greet, okay, one of the goals is to lock down a second date. I'm wondering, what are men's goals in that first meet and greet leading to a second date?
Oh man, you just opened up a huge can of worms. You don't even know what you just did. Okay. So the background was interesting. It wasn't really germane to the question, but the background was certainly interesting. And if we were on a date, I would ask you a lot more about that. But because we're on a coaching call and you have a specific question that desires a specific answer, this is something I put a lot of thought into. I really appreciate you asking. And I do a whole bit about this in Love You, week 8 on first dates. If I were to ever do another TED Talk, this is the one I'd want to do because the topic excites me so much. There is a wonderful book by Dale Carnegie called How to Win Friends and Influence People. Have you ever read it?
Yes, I have.
I'll bet you got that Midwest nice thing. So yes, How to Win Friends and Influence People talks, it's written in the 30s. It's about being a salesperson, basically. As a salesperson, how do you get people to like you? How do you get people to trust you? That's all dating is, sales. Right. And the best salespeople have a superpower. They get rid of their own agenda. They're not trying to sell you anything. They're really great, enthusiastic, warm, present listeners. Right? That's their only agenda. Right. So welcome to my car lot, Sarah. Right. What are you looking for today? Speed, performance, price, mileage, safety. Right? What are your needs? I'm going to find what's in our inventory to give you what you want. And that's my only agenda, is not to say, I got to move this baby. I got a quota to meet at the end of the month, $500 off if you do it today. Like, that's the salesy stuff. We don't respond to being sold. We want to choose. I hate to be a tease, but the full episode is for paid Substack subscribers only. So if you want to hear my full answer to all my reader questions, go to www.evanmarkatz.com/Substack to become a paid subscriber. In addition to that, paid subscribers receive the ability to ask me questions and get coaching on my podcast, an advice column in which I answer your questions, a podcast in which I offer you live dating coaching, the ability to comment on all posts and join the dialogue in the Love-Splaining community, and exclusive content that is unavailable to the general public. Just go to www.evanmarkatz.com/Substack to join for free and upgrade for all the bonus content. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the Love-Splaining community.